And it's moments like this where we should appreciate the heart of my brother Charles Barkley. Ladies and gentlemen, Charles Barkley is universally loved. I know there's some critics out there about him, and there's some people that chide him, and he damn sure, I'm one of the first, I'll tell it to his face, he damn sure don't need to be getting into politics. He ain't going to be no governor of Alabama. Okay? Stop it. Okay? Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. No. We don't need Charles Barkley as a governor. But as a basketball analyst and somebody who's not shy in striving to bring truth to the surface, he's a special brother. I love Charles Barkley. I loved him as a player. I love him even more as a person. I don't have to agree with him all the time. He's got a heart of gold. And he displayed it yet again recently when he pledged, following the Supreme Court's affirmative action ruling, Charles Barkley will leave $5 million to the University of Auburn, his alma mater. He rewrote his will to make sure that $5 million is donated to the University of Auburn for the sole express purpose of making sure that diversity still exists on the Auburn campus. Now, contrary to what y'all will believe, I don't have Charles Barkley's money. So I don't donate that much. I've donated a lot of money to my alma mater, Winston-Salem State University and HBCU, and I'm proud of it. And as long as I'm making money, I will continue to give at least a minimum of $50,000 a year, as I've done the last 7 years, if not more. The more money I get, the more they gonna get. But they know my standard. And I don't want to ostracize or omit anybody. But in the world that we're living in, when you're black and you're successful, I'm sorry, you have to put black first because no one else does. No one else does. Where's it going to leave us if we don't look out for each other? With our hand out, begging you, meaning those outside of the black community, for compassion and understanding and empathy for whatever plight ails us. And what we're seeing in this day and age is that we can't rely on you to give that to us. In fairness, if you're Latino, Hispanic, if you're white, even if you're Asian American, you can make a legitimate argument. You got to be on your own. We out here suffering too. Because a lot of people from those different communities are suffering. Absolutely correct. And you got your own to worry about. When folks got laid off throughout corporate America, including Disney, just days ago, it wasn't just black people that were laid off. It was a bunch of white people too. So that's a legitimate argument that cannot be denied. But what's inescapable is the fact that from a numbers perspective, you're far superior in terms of numbers, outnumbering folks. You're far superior in numbers to black folks. And the Charles Barkleys of the world took a moment to shine a light on potential conflict that appears to be lying in wait down the road as it pertains to black folks in this country. And he says, I'm going to do my small part. And guess what? He won't be the last. I believe there's a whole bunch of people who will step up. You won't hear their names often. I bet you LeBron James does something. I bet you Kevin Durant does something. I bet you Steph Curry does something. I bet you Michael Jordan does something. I bet you all of them do. Because let me tell you something right now. Over the course of my career, when something happens, I might have to be critical of what they do on a basketball court. If they find themselves in a particular compromising situation or whatever, I might have to report the news. I love all those brothers. I respect the hell out of them. Let me not fail to mention Russell Westbrook either, who's always doing stuff for his community. James Harden too, and others. There's a whole bunch of brothers in professional sports that stretch their arms to extend a helping hand to those in need and never get any publicity for it. And they don't care. You know why? Because they know they're doing what's required. They know the times that we're living in. They know the tsunami that we're under. They know that society is degrading and disintegrating before our very eyes. And even though they care about everyone, because they do, they understand the importance of prioritizing their own, because they know no one else will. That's also Stephen A. Smith. I ain't anti anything, but I'm pro-black. And I ain't apologizing for that shit to anybody. It's what's necessary. And I will never shove aside or be unfair or be salacious or, just unsavory or anything like that towards any other race of people. I got my arms out to embrace everybody. Just understand that the mandate is that it must include my own. Because nobody else seems willing to do that in this day and age. It's the way it's going to be. Props to Charles Barkley for reminding us of the importance of it. I love you, bro, and I appreciate you.